Hello everybody and welcome to my first official speed build. My name is Mama Loz and I'm a variety Twitch streamer from Australia with a deep love for Sims 4. I originally wasn't going to venture into YouTube videos, but my Twitch chat definitely convinced me to give it a try. They seem to want to see me post building videos. I am mostly a builder on Sims. I do use a lot of custom content sometimes, but I will, if I do well, I may post some gameplay challenges, things like that. But yeah, let's jump in. So I wasn't 100% sure on what I wanted to do, but I did create a sim specifically for this build so I could kind of get an idea of what I wanted. He is single. I did turn it into a 2-bedroom house. I did some changes. I know I did say renovation in the title, but here I just kind of added some more space, changed it around a little bit. Kind of like additions, more than like a full knockdown rebuild sort of thing. I had in mind that he was a musician, very smart, likes video games, things like that. So I wanted to build a house that was obviously not filled with a super expensive items. Although this house did cost like 55,000 simoleons to make. It is very kind of basic-ish inside. You can tell it's for a young person. Very chill. So here I've just, changing the roofs around to match the addition. I didn't roof the ceiling yet because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with that area and how I was going to change it. Here I'm just trying to kind of think in my head how I, want to move everything around, if I wanted to do a complete change around or if I should kind of keep things in the same area. So I'm just deleting everything that I don't need or want. I was going to fully delete everything and then I got to the bathroom and I was like, maybe I should just keep the bathroom there and then kind of change around the bathroom. So here I'm doing everything that I did basically and just kind of rethinking again on what I wanted to do. So I moved the kitchen a couple times. I still kind of keep it in the same area, but I'm really trying to think about where I wanted to put stuff. That front room that I added, I did want to have that as the lounge room from the start, but I was just kind of testing to see if maybe it would work better as a dining room, things like that. Here I'm popping in a bin. I do forget bins sometimes. Here I'm just kind of like trying to think of, do I want to keep the doors and the windows? I do leave them and then I do come back to them later. Here again, looking at the kitchen, thinking if I want to change the tiles up. I think I end up just going wood floors and just completely getting rid of the tiles. As you can see, I'm just trying to think of the kind of vibe that I want because I didn't want it to be, what's the word? I wanted it to be updated and modern, but not super clinical. Here I'm adding some more lights. I hate the default lights that Sims houses come with. So you see those pendants hanging down. Yeah, see, I just deleted it. I really hate those. They don't give off much light and they're super ugly. Here I'm just deleting everything again. And then here's where I really got stuck into the kitchen sort of thing where how do I just want to stick to the budget of what I have and just kind of update the pieces. So I kind of look into the colors, maybe what would work. I delete this sink and then I put the same sink back because I realized that there wasn't any nicer sinks in that price range. Yeah, see, there it is. And I have this thing where sometimes I use the same items for like every build and I just kind of change the colors around. But this build, I was trying to use some pieces that I don't use as often. You'll see a little bit the dining table that I choose. I never use that dining table. Here it is. There we go. Just a base game, plain old black dining table. Here I'm trying to think of how it would work because it was like a little bit of a weird extra space, just like with the dining room and the kitchen. See, that whole corner was just empty. So I was thinking how I could fill that in, how I could maybe change the kitchen around, move some walls. And here's where I decided that maybe this is where I could put an office or, you know, this guy's music room. And then you'll see that it just changes because I swap them around. I'm not exactly sure why I did that. I think it was maybe I was going to add laundry, like next to the kitchen, a laundry bathroom, but I didn't end up doing that. Here I'm just finding some base game wallpapers. This house is completely CC free. You may need to select CC if you want to find it in the gallery. I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, this house will be up on the gallery. I probably will not change the name of it, but it will be on my Sims gallery, which is Mama Loz with 2 Z's. Here I'm just kind of picking the right background for the kitchen. I knew I did want to do tiles. Okay, so here again, I'm trying to think about where I could put the dining table and how it would all fit. You see, if I did that, if I did the galley kitchen and then have the dining table where it is now, it still had this really weird space between the bedroom and the bathroom. I might have been able to put like a bookcase or something there, but it kind of seemed a bit of a wasted space. So I'm here, so yeah, see that big just empty gap. So here again, I'm thinking about how I can change things around. I tend to do this a lot when I'm building. I like to move around heaps. Sorry if it does give you whiplash. Okay, here I kind of move that in, give it one straight wall, because this is where I move the kitchen. Is this where I move the kitchen? No, this is where my ADHD gets in, and I just start replacing the windows. And then I do change them, I do change all the colors as well of the front door and those windows. I do decide to keep them in the end. And here I've gone to the lounge room where I'm trying to decide how I want the seating to be set out. I love using this couch. I especially like to use the rounded section of it. I do also change the color of this couch too. Yeah, I'm really bad at rotating. Yeah, see, there's a cutscene. Had to stop the other video and then I kept going. So there is a little bit of a transition there. Here I'm putting the TV. This is where my budget starts to get quite low. And I'm like, maybe I can make the house a little bit smaller, get a little bit more money in. And then I decide, You know what? Let's use a cheat. So I give myself more money. You'll see that soon. I'm just thinking how I could set this up on the budget. But this is when my mind was going, I don't really have much money left. How can I get this kitchen in with everything that's needed and still look good? See, because I'm updating the house, I didn't want it to still look cheap. I wanted it to look like a young adult could afford to live here. Although, of course, Sims in real life is completely different. So when I do look back on it, I will not be able to just afford a place that looks like this. Here's where, so here's where I put just the wooden floors everywhere. Get rid of those tiles. Having a little bit of a change up in this layout. Thinking maybe I could pop in an island or something. Where to put the bin? So I left it there. So I didn't even think to move it once I change. I do end up changing the kitchen a little bit more again. And I never moved the bin. I don't think, unless I deleted it. I think maybe I deleted the bin. Not quite sure. We'll wait and see because I do not remember. I'm wondering if this layout would work. Having the bedroom right next to the kitchen, not bedroom, sorry, the office right next to the kitchen. I mean, good in mind, you're gaming, making music right next to the snacks. But I don't know what it was. It just didn't seem right to me. It felt like either like something was missing or it just didn't belong there. I add in these doors and then I forget to make a balcony. And then I move back to the lounge room. So there will be times where I completely go room by room. Or there's times where I'll be building room by room and then all of a sudden I see a piece, like a light fixture or a piece of furniture. I'm like, oh, I need that in the bathroom or I need that in the lounge room. And so I completely go to that lounge room to put that one piece in and then I scroll down to see if there's anything else that would fit in that room. And then it just kind of branches from there. I'm like, oh no, this will go in that room. And then each room, after like the first room or two, the rest, it's just fair game where I put things randomly. Sometimes I'll even just put things on the front lawn. Just put it on the grass if I like it and then come back to it. So it's there to easily find. This lounge room was a little bit hard to figure out. You know, the seating arrangement, where to put the TV, where to put the bookcase. I didn't want to overcrowd it, but I did want it to be a comfortable space to hang out in. Here I'm just finding a nice little end table to go into the picture frame. More of a decoration piece. You wouldn't really use it for much else. There is, you know, a tiny bit of walkway space, but a sim would probably struggle getting through there just because, you know, sims be simming. I probably use this couch more than any other in The Sims. I love that dark brown and white color scheme. I definitely do use that, what I've used for the TV stand a lot. But like I said before, I was, you know, trying to use some pieces that I hadn't used often. See this rug, I've barely ever used this rug before. I do actually end up changing it or moving it. That ottoman I do really, really like, but it is a very You have to have like a specific kind of build for it to go with. Okay, so it turns out I forgot. I did change the rug. So I used that rug, but a different pattern. So I ended up moving that rug under the dining table and then putting a new one in the lounge room. I guess the kind of like, yeah, this person's young, but definitely more on like the mature side. They've, you know, got just types of the furniture here. It definitely doesn't shout super young person. I do end up changing that lamp as well in the lounge room. Here I am just coming back to the kitchen, trying to find, you know, so there we go. See, I delete the bin. I'm not sure if I get it back. We will see. That is my favorite sink to use. That's base game. I usually use a custom content sink whenever I build, but you know, if I'm doing a non-CC build, that is my go-to sink. I especially love it in the black, in contrast to some of the benches. I also changed these doors. Yes, yeah, trying to figure out the layout best for the doors. I end up moving them as well as changing them. Here I'm trying to fill in that space. I was trying to make it like a little book nook, but in the end, there just wasn't one that kind of suited the area that I wanted. I think here's where I changed the bath. Yeah, here's where I changed the bathroom and that second room, their spots. So I moved the bathroom right next to the kitchen. Although it is very unsanitary, I was meant to make that bathroom laundry. I didn't end up putting a laundry in there, so a little bit of, you know, why did I even move it? Here I'm adding my go-to mirror. I use that a lot, especially in the black. That shower, I pretty much never use that shower. This sink I'll use on occasion. It's not used all the time, but you know. And I do change this toilet out for a more modern looking one. Put that under there. See, in real life, I would hate my toilet being under a window. And, you know, in most houses in Australia, the toilet is under a window. So it's just kind of like, I know it looks good, but in reality, I hate when toilets are under windows. Here we go. I'm selecting the gold. And then this is where I start to change the kitchen completely. I gave myself some more money. I mother loaded myself. So I thought, you know what, let's upgrade the kitchen. May as well. I've given myself the money for it. I just put that sink there, but you know what? Let's delete and start again. So I love the island benches of this kitchen I'm about to put in. I love the texture. But I don't use these often just because the color schemes, and I don't like the drawers. It's just a little bit too, you know, that whole cold modern feel. The color schemes aren't that great either, but here's like what I said earlier, the gold sink in contrast with the black kitchen, or just say you had a black sink in contrast with a white or a green kitchen. It definitely like, it's a cool little focal point. I don't know what I'm doing here. I think this is where I grabbed the rug from the lounge room. No. I do grab that toilet paper. I do grab it. I think I'm just trying to... I don't know what's going on in my mind here. I moved that dining table so many times. Could probably do a dining table move count there. Moved right back. Add another light in. I love lots of light in my Sims houses. I know there are some people out there that just put wall sconces and they just... No, you need to put, like, what are they called? Spotlights? They're like, not recessed lighting. Oh, so here's where I changed to the all black. I was originally going to go with that singular door, but I love double doors as front doors. So I do use that black door as the interior doors. So I delete all those white ones. And then this is where I also make all the windows black to match. I think I do try and change the color of that entertaining, area door, but I don't like it, so I change it back. Oh no, here's where I add all the light switches. Sometimes if you add a light switch to your build, it'll just kind of, it does this nice little effect to it where obviously it's going to seem more realistic, but it just looks cool. Like it's that detail that can make a difference. And here I'm just trying to like kind of make them look evenish. I wasn't trying to be like exact, but I didn't want them to be wonky. Just adding them in all around the house. There you go, light switches. More light switches. I don't put any stools at that bench. Just because, spatial issues, it just would have seemed too cramped. You don't always need stools at an island bench. I think this is where I'm just trying to find something that fits on this wall. And then it comes to a point where it's clicked and I know what I want to put on that wall, and then I just have to find it. I love using those. They are such a cool little detail, is the little hanging, what are they, flowers and herbs. So I minimize those and I put them just at the window. I don't put any cabinets in this build. Usually I put cabinets in. I pull that out. I do end up using that flag. I don't leave it there, but I do use it. Here I'm just trying to get some more details and decorations in. I pop that in the bathroom. I don't use that. It's too chunky. It would be cool if it was just a photo frame, but it's too chunky. It sticks out too much. This, I put that up thinking maybe I could do something cool with it. No, I get rid of it pretty quickly. So I put those in and then I just kind of go on, put some more things in, and then I come back. So I think I choose those white and blue and yellow. So I pop those in. I tried to make it work with that little, like a cactus shelf, but it just looked a little bit weird. I don't like things that stick out heaps on the wall. So yeah, it's just uncomfortable. It's also a head hazard. Once again, I love that, but it just sticks out so much. And then I grab that spice rack. Nope, I'm going to grab a few things first. Nope. Okay, I come back to the spice rack. I don't know why. I'm just I'm just bringing out random things that don't go go there. Now here, see, I've grabbed the spice rack, pop it in nice and quick. Alright, here I'm just trying to think if I want to add anything else to the kitchen, but like I said earlier, I am keeping it quite minimal. Very clean. Here's the perfect solution to my problem. You know, next to the kitchen, fills up a large space of the wall, thought that the little bar shelves would be perfect. Here I'm thinking what kind of rug I want to put under the dining table. I love this colored rug. So I size it up. It doesn't really look good there, so I move it to the lounge room. I don't know if I change the positioning of it, because looking back at it now, I'm not really a fan of where I put it. No, it doesn't seem that I do. In here, I'm just changing the couch layout again. I decided I wanted to put the chase bit where you can lay down near the wall, and it'll kind of open it up a little bit more too. And just add that back on. I was thinking about adding a little ottoman, but it was just a little bit too much with that little table. Delete the lamp. I think I choose something more modern. Like yeah. Here I'm trying to find something that goes well in this corner. I use that plant a lot, but I do end up, I think, moving it or deleting it. And here I'm grabbing a guitar, just filling the space. It also, you know, it's one of the activities that he likes to do. I do also end up moving that, but I still keep it near there. I add some other things in as well. Do I? Do I get rid of those tiles? Adding in some carpet. Yeah, here we go. I get rid of those tiles. I was a bit worried there for a second. Just kind of looking back. I think this is where I changed the window colors, hey. I finally delete those. I was like, nah, not working for me. And then I go around and change everything. Like I said, I didn't change this, you know, the style of the outside too much. Just kind of give it, you know, like a little update. Make sure the windows are even. That's something that really irks me is when people, look, I left them uneven. And I left them uncolored. This is how my brain works. I'm trying to figure out and I'm like, oh wait, let's fix these ones up and color them. The back and forth can be crazy on me. You really have to just kind of bear with me. It can probably be a little annoying sometimes. On this wall, trying to find some art. I find it pretty quickly. I just straight up decide I want to use these. Just looking around what I can add, what I can take away, what I can change. It's amazing how changing a color of one item can really make a difference to the room too. Or even to the item. Like those windows, I don't use those windows. I will keep them in some builds if it's already there, but I don't choose to use them very often. And changing them to black just really, I don't know why I put the toilet paper there. I think I was thinking about how to fit a bath in at this point, and then I just completely scratched that idea. I wanted to re-look at what he looked like. Move the toilet paper, and then I also move the toilet over. You know, got to make sure that the toilet is touching the wall. Even though they don't in real life, there's always a little gap there. And then I'm trying to fill up the space between the shower and the toilet. At first I wanted to do like a towel rail. It didn't fit it didn't fit well with where the window was. It was just a very weird space. So it looks like it looks good. But I wanted to add in a washing basket, which is pretty stupid when I think about it because there's no washing machine. So dirty washing is just going to pile up. And I don't have a washing machine. I mean, you can always add to this house, you know, change it around, add a washing machine. You could always get the washing line for at the back and the little hand wash bucket. Trying to decide if there's a towel rail that fits there. And I completely scratch the idea and go to this rope. But then when I swivel around, I get the idea of, hold on, I'll swap these. I'll grab the shelf because that does stick out. There we go, pop that there, perfect, a robe over there. And I think that's done for the bathroom. It's very rare that I'll remember to put curtains on, especially in the bathroom. Oh wait, nope, I changed the flooring. And it's also, like I said earlier, changing the color of items. Changing a flooring or a wallpaper can also make a huge difference to a room, whether it looks bigger or looks smaller, if it just looks more, you know, kept together. Here I was going to do like a simple desk room with like an instrument or something. And then I remembered that there's like actual like music equipment, not just the violin or the guitar. But I do add a few guitars in here, just like a couple of different looking ones. Because if you're a true musician, you will have multiple of the same thing. Yes, there'll be different versions. But if you're a musician, there's no way that you have just one guitar. No way. Here I popped in a violin, just for funsies. Got a piano. Sorry, not a piano, a keyboard. I probably could have kept it simple like this. But I was like, nah, I gotta fit this in. You know, I need the little DJ table. So we pop this in the corner, and then I pop the keyboard opposite side. I do still keep this desk. I thought for some reason that DJ table needed a chair. It does not, which is good. Otherwise it would have been very, very cramped and you wouldn't have been able to use the keyboard or the DJ table. There we go. See, like I said, still quite simple. I add a camera. Don't know why, I just thought maybe good little addition. And I look back. I think. See if there's anything else that I wanted. I saw this. I always forget that this is a thing. That little gaming station, the floor mat. I will always forget what that is. So here, I also forgot that they have table tennis now. So I just pop that outside. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm looking at fish tanks. I think I quickly realized that's a no-go. See, I'm looking for somewhere to put it. I'm just waiting for me to give up. And then I think I see the consoles, and I'm like, oh, I don't have a gaming console. So I changed the TV. And I pop one up on the wall. And then now he can game. Because I did make him a gamer, I'm pretty sure. That he's nerdy. Or is it genius? And likes music, things like that. Okay. I don't know why it's sitting here paused. I think I went off to do something. Just wait for that to come back. There we go. Back in business. Sometimes I have to like do something and you know if you record your game through EA or is it EA now? Instead of Origin, same thing really. You can't like pause the recording, which I really think that they need to add in. Here I add some greenery. We love a plant person. I personally cannot keep plants alive. I have killed aloe vera and a cactus. So yeah, do not trust me with your plants, people. So here I add, I think, 3 plants just in the corner. Here's something that I didn't do. I always use those 2 plant vases, like the orange and the brown ones. I use those in 99% of my builds. I was amazed that I did not use it in this one. So I put that plant there, right, that I moved from the lounge room. I just realized that I never moved it or deleted it. I left it there. So I may just go back and delete that before putting it on the gallery. Or you know what, I could keep it there and then you guys could just put it wherever you want. Here I'm just finding little bits and bobs to just decorate, put things together. Just all in this main area. I do end up changing that cactus shelf. I get rid of that. In my mind, I'm a plant person. No, sorry, not in my mind. In my heart, I'm a plant person. But, you know, like I said earlier, cannot take care of them for the life of me. But they're pretty. Like, I cannot do a Sims build without lots of plants. It just makes everything look better. Makes it all look pretty and nice. I'm trying to find, see, I typed in music. I was trying to find some cool posters to put on the wall because I know that they exist for Sims. They're there. But then I was like, hold on, I should probably just go into the art because it's always there. But I was just hoping if I typed in music, some more like specific things would come up, maybe that I wouldn't see. or would be in different categories that are hidden. Because I've found that sometimes there'll be items that aren't where you would expect them to be. But yeah, just popping in some music posters or that little Genius poster that looks like, you know, the moon, but it also kind of looks like Pac-Man. That is my first thought. Pac-Man's eating some moons, or Pac-Man's drunk. It could be anything. Just adding in some more decorations around. Adding these posters and photo frames in definitely changes the room a lot. I was trying to find a place to put that. In the end, I just get rid of it because it wouldn't fit anywhere. But I thought it would be pretty cool to have in the office. Having a look what else there is. I think I put one thing on that wall, or two. Yeah, I put a couple more pictures up. Piano man, little trumpet dude. And there was. I think I put that in the corner. Yeah. It probably would have been good to put a window over there, but I kind of like it. I get that picture out. I'm not sure why. It's a weird picture. I delete that lamp. I hate that lamp. I think I just delete all the furniture in this room. Do I keep the bed? No. That bed is super ugly. And the Sims don't find it very comfortable either. There we go. Upgraded the bed. Definitely a pricey bed. I always struggle with bedside tables because they're like one block wide, like whatever it is. They're just so big and clunky. And when you put them in, they automatically fit. And they're so far away from the beds, or they just look too huge. It's handy having a good sized bedside table, but like, look at that. It's bigger than the pillow surface area. It looks so out of whack, like it just doesn't belong. It looks like you're using kitchen benches next to the bed. You may as well just do that. Although they're probably a little bit higher, so. Adding a clock. I never add clocks in, I've realized. There are times where I will be able to very easily and very quickly choose where to put something on the wall or just in the build. And then there are others where I will spend forever deciding where to put it. Or it has to be like perfect, obviously you press your Alt where you can move things wherever you want and then not just pre-stick. Getting a cute little... Here's where I went a little bit different to the rest of the house. I saw this and I thought, I love the cabinet, but I never use many of the other swatches. If I use it, I usually tend to choose the light pink. It just suits it really well. Do I find anywhere to put that? Oh, I think I put that in the bathroom. Yep. Just, random piano frame just, in the bathroom. What else can I do? I think I add a plant or two in this bedroom. Obviously, cannot have a bedroom, Sims, without plants. that pink and purpley type frame, it reminds me of something and I can't quite pinpoint it. Don't know what it is. I feel like that they need more mirror options. They need more everything options. They need more clutter. I know that I think they came out recently with some clutter items, but they need more of everything. I'm sorry, but there's just not enough. We just have to constantly use the same things over and over. Because if you have a specific style and you like something and there's not many options, you just have to stick to that. It's hard venturing out of your style. This house is nothing like my style. This is very basic. This does not show my building talent very well. I can be good at building without CC. I can be. There was a moment where I was doing really, really good builds without CC and I was enjoying it. But then I kind of got sucked back in and I got all my custom content again because there was a point in time where I was just like, you know what? I want people to be able to download my builds, so we'll turn it off. The moment I turned it back on, I regretted. There's so much great stuff out there that you can download, and it makes such a huge difference, especially if you have a specific style that Sims doesn't really cater to. I don't know what was happening. I don't know what I was selecting. So here's where I'm adding more black around. I think I forgot a column there. It does seem like I've forgotten a column to color that black. Here I was trying to change the outside to a different color, to a different type. But I think I decide to keep it in the end. Just redo the bottom. And then I add a pillar out the back just to make it look like it's holding the roof up. I was thinking about putting one there, but it just didn't suit. Do I do anything else? Okay, so put some decking on the front, change the stairs. I delete these, forgetting what they look like when it's not this time of the year. And I was like, oh wait, they're all dead. I thought it was just like those specific plants were put there. You know how you can get like the vampire stuff? How it just always looks dead. I thought it was just that. And then I was like, oh wait, I should have just kept all that. And then here, if there is a bush or a tree that I use the most, it is that 5 tile long, 6, I think it's 5 tiles long. That one big hedge type bush, that is my go-to. And you will see I just kind of sit here for a little bit and I think about what I should add, what I should do. And I try and make this even because it was hanging out a bit and it looked odd. I moved the bin. Do I add a path? I think I add a path around to the... Oh, that's an uncomfortable sound. Yeah, so I add a path and I add little stairs. I'm still caught up on that sound. Pop in a balcony. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry, guys. And then I think I moved the bin back to the stairs too. Yeah, I do. As you can see, the plant's still in the walkway. Here I'm giving it an attempt to a tour. I'm very bad at maneuvering the cameras, I will be honest. I was never a huge Sims 3 player, so I do struggle with it sometimes. I wasn't a Sims 3 player. I don't know what I'm saying. So here it is. I don't know how I didn't notice that plant there. But this is the tour at the end. Here's me trying to get the camera. I think people do this in live mode. I'm really not sure. But here is the end result. I hope you guys like it. I do really like that office and music room. I think it is pretty cool. It would be a great little place to just hang out, seclude yourself. The rug definitely brings a good amount of color. I think I tried to bring like little bits of color here and there. And I do move the table tennis table, ping pong table, whatever it's called, because it was too close to the balcony. And yeah, that's my attempt at a tour. And now here is just some cute little pictures. Since I didn't do well at a video tour, here's a nice little captures that I got. Watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. It was quite a basic build, and I do hope to make more elaborate builds in the future, definitely showcasing my custom content and my style. So again, thank you so much, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.